Hi there, today we are going to make a training video for your new website. So we will go through how to make changes to forms and these different sections and what that will look like on the back side of your page. The first thing we will do is go through here and how to log in. You'll use your URL /wp-admin. And here you will log in with your credentials you were given in an email. And this is what the backside of your site looks like. We will make our way down this list. First, we will go through our plugins. If you're experiencing any problems with your site, a good place to start to check would be your plugins. You would select here like this theme update. Go here, select update themes. We have a process on the back side where we will update all of our site's plugins for our clients. This just makes it easier. It's pretty easy for us to do, but if you see that an issue is happening and you see a plugin that needs to be updated, just go ahead and try that out to troubleshoot. So we will go to our media. So this is where all of your photos are. So here's your map and these before and after photos that we have. If you need to add any more, add new, drop files here, and you can do whatever you need to do with those once you get them in. And if you need to delete any, go here, delete permanently, and then apply. We don't want to do that because we don't want to delete it. Then we'll move on to our forms. So with our forms, you have a free estimate form. Here's where the individuals are typing in their name, phone number, email to send to you. If you want to make any changes to this, you can move these up and down. You can add a new field here. Say you want to add a question. So whatever they need to ask you, question, description, appearance, etc. There it is. So now you have a question on your field as well. I'm going to delete that because you don't want that on there. But over here, there's so many different fields you can use. There's numbers, there's your name, phone, website, all different types of formats that will already be set up for you. Then when you do that, you'll go here to update. We're not going to do this because we don't want to update that. But if you need to make a new form for any reason, you'll title it new form, whatever that is, and this is where you'll build it from there. I'm going to move this to the trash because we don't want to keep that. Now, let's move on to pages. So here's all of the pages on your site, the different internal links that will go to these inside pages. We'll start with your main page. So this is broken up more into sections. The other ones won't be as much, but you'll notice the different sections of your site, and that's on this. That's where all of these are built. So here, this first section is a slider. We'll work more through that in a little bit. Get your estimate. This is where your form is. So here you'll see the code for that form, and that sits there. Both of these have this front and back side. Doesn't really matter with that one. Look, here it does. So here's your About Us, where you have that. You can add whatever you want to here. And then your text, and this is what that looks like on the back side. But this is like any word processing system. So if you want to bold, here's that. Change the size, underline, make bullet points, make it go a line on the left, a line on the right. However you want to change that. It's like Microsoft Word or something similar to that. Here are your other sections. These are the links, and you can see here that these are linking to these inside pages right there. That's where you'll see that writing. And then your testimonials is on another rotator there. Before and after is on a slider as well. So if you wanted to make any changes, you would do whatever you need to do, add a new section, however that's going to work, update pictures, then go here to update, and that will make the changes on the front end. I don't want to make those changes, so I just left, and then let's go to the About page. And this is where they can go when they hit that Learn More on the front. Here is what we have for you guys. And then if you wanted to make any other, change this text or anything, again, it's a lot like Word. Something you can do on here is set a featured image, which will pop up at the top, which we don't have set right now. But if you did, you'd select that and then set featured image. You can crop or whichever to make it look how you want it to look at the top. Again, just update that when you are done. So for your testimonials is where we'll go next. So here's your IDs. You can see there. So sample testimonials. This is on the front page. So this is Bill. You'll see the author information down here at the bottom. So this is the one that has Bill's name on it on your home page. Here's what he says. If you want to change that, delete his, you can move it to trash. You can change words. You can update. Go down here. There's his name. Home. You want it to go to the home rotator. Don't show the stars because we don't have like a star rating. And update again. If you need to make a new one, you'd go here. Type whatever you wanted to say, whatever the client said here. Then format it however you want with these options there. Down at the bottom, you want it to go to the home rotator, don't show, and Reagan, and like that. That's where you will see all of those. Or make those changes. And then again, publish, which we don't want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and move this to trash. And that's pretty much all the changes you need to do with your testimonials. This is your theme. You shouldn't make any changes here. This is where we have imported settings and stuff for you. Your appearance. Again, this is right here, your widgets. This is where you'll make changes to your header and your footer. This is where in the top part of your site, this is where your image is. So you see that we have an image there, a navigation menu, and we're just choosing the main menu. I'll show you about the menus in a little bit. But that's the only menu option you guys have. And do we have, so in the footer, this is where your map is. For you guys, since it's more unique and it's a range and not necessarily like one specific location, it's an image, and then we have that in here, and then here's all of your hours and your Facebook icon, which will link to your Facebook page there. But you're more like, if you want to change anything, we do a lot with this visual editor. You'll drag that to whichever section you want it to be at. And I don't want that to go anywhere. So that's how you make changes in your header and your footer. Another thing is the menus. So here, this is the top, at the top of your page, of your home page. So you can go home, about, testimonials, and then this is going to be a drop down and the free quote link here. If you wanted to make any changes to your menu, you can reorganize that. You can update with move here, add to menu, and that'll pull that over here. Even though it's already there, we can just add it again for this, and say you want that to go up here. It's just a drag. If you want it to go under, you drag it a little bit to the right. And that's all you need to do with that. And I'm going to remove it because we don't want to mess up your menu. And then whatever changes, ensure you save changes. Plugins. So this is where all of the plugins you're using are at. And again, we already showed you how to update those. But if you needed to change anything, this is where your plugins are found. Your users. So this is your main one here. Here's the login. If you needed to add a new individual, you would just make something up, provide the email. This will show you the password that's provided. You can copy this to that, or at this stage you can make your own password, which obviously wouldn't do that, but that's how your password would be. Copy it, and then whenever this is finished, you can make them an admin or just a user to edit, but usually we make you guys admins and then add new user. It's not doing that because I don't have an email in, but that's how that would look. We don't need this. Here's just your basic settings. This is where if for some reason you move your time zone or your language or anything like that, that's where that would be at. So SEO, we don't, that's for clients who ask for this, or who pay for this. We can search engine optimize. We don't do that a lot because it's trouble. And here, okay, so back to the sliders. So on your home page where the sliders were at, here is, so this is your home page slider. Let's see if I can. So this is your background. And here's where you can make any changes to that. Usually, I mean, it looks great how it is now. You don't necessarily need to add anything to that. But if you decided you wanted to make any changes, more than welcome. Here is a good example. So here's where you might make changes more. This is your before and after. So when we make these, we do this is on a shape. So we went here and we added a shape. If I can get this to cooperate with me. And then we added, so this we put on there, so before and after, obvious. There. I think you guys had that on there actually for us. And there's just different things you can do here. If you wanted to make changes to this, so see how that says it's a shape there. You can edit that if you wanted to do so. You can add new pictures by but if you need more information on these sliders, you can ask for that later, and we will be more than happy to give you more information and teach you more on how to do that. So here's your word fence. This is where we have, this is where your security comes from. This is for us more to make sure no one's hacking into your site. This is our security that we use. Google Maps. I don't think on your site you don't have one because we have the image so that we can have the range, but if you were to want to add in a new location, like instead of having that image, you could go here, location address, latitude, longitude, and then that would give you a map to where you can put it into your footer. But like I said, right now you have the range, that area that you cover, so you wouldn't use this mouse. But this is where you would change that if you decide to. And that pretty much covers your site. The pages, forms, and media are probably where most of your changes are going to come. And again, if you need any changes with this slider, feel free to ask for more information, and I will help you work through those changes. Thank you.